Hey guys, it's Diane. It's Tuesday. For some reason I want to think it's Wednesday, but it's Tuesday and it is roughly 4:15 and I haven't been on here for, oh my god, a long time, so I'm gonna wait and see if anybody pops on, because otherwise I am just sat talking to myself and that's not fun. So if anybody's there, tell me. Hey, hi there, sweetie, how are you? I do have to tell you, I've got love hearts, yay. It's a little bit warm here in Portland, Oregon. It's like 80 degrees, what the actual heck. So yes, so I'm here. I haven't been on Facebook Live for probably a few weeks. Hi Lisa. Because I had my German student here and now she's gone back to Germany, and it was kind of a traumatic ending, shall I just say that. And yes, Anne-Marie, gosh, it's hot in Portland. I can't imagine what it's like in Florida and Georgia. Oh, Linda, I saw you this morning at the gym. I certainly did. So anyway, my German student has gone. I still have a twitch in my eye because of the traumatic experience towards the end, but that's fine. I'm over and done with that. I learned my lesson. And I will only say, because no one's asking why that was traumatic, because you're here to talk about my vanity, but please let me just unwind and vent that my wonderful German student, we were told that she had to be at the airport for 9 o'clock. And we live in Portland, and 9 o'clock, getting to the airport at 9 o'clock in the morning is not fun for anybody, whether you've done it once or you just do it for fun. It's not fun. So we had to go there for 9 o'clock because the flight to Seattle that then was going to go to Frankfurt was leaving at 11 o'clock. And so we were ready for, I was going to be doing the airport run. I'm not a great driver, let me tell you, but I was doing it for love. And then 6:30 that morning, we were told, oh, actually, there's been a little bit of a mix-up. Their flight doesn't leave at 11:30, it actually leaves at 8:30. And we found this out at 6:30, so traumatic. I'm telling you, my twitch, even when I talk about it and I start stuttering. But anyway, it's over and done with. We all survived. So let's talk about this beautiful, awesome pain in the backside vanity. And yes, you'll know I have my props. So I've had this vanity for probably a year. I honestly, I know it's longer, but if I say and admit that I've had a piece of furniture for longer than a year, I'm going to feel bad, and I don't want to feel bad. So I've had it for 11 months, and I bought it with the sole intention of restoring it back to its original finish. So this is mahogany, and I don't particularly like mahogany. I don't like redwoods, but I love the shape. It's a beautiful shape, and I took it on really as a challenge, that what I was going to do was do a French polish, which I've never done before. And for some reason I thought, hey, how difficult can that be? It's really not that difficult actually. But so I got it back to gleaming bright red mahogany. And I thought for sure it would sell quickly, and it didn't. And I kind of wondered why, because when you paint furniture and you post a lot of things on social media, you will find that there are purists who tell you you should absolutely not paint antiques. Shouldn't do it, you are going to take away the value, you're a bad person, what are you thinking? And sometimes I'm that person, I will admit. So I thought it will sell because I can't paint it, because now it has a beautiful finish to it. And it, you know, it didn't sell and it didn't sell, and then it was kind of like tucked away behind another piece of furniture. And so I really didn't pay any attention to this piece. I just figured, you know, most of my pieces of furniture do not sell quickly. It takes the right kind of person to take one of my pieces into their home. I'm not, you know, your standard white or neutral painter. And so I just left it. And then, you know, I just, I revisited it. And actually I looked at it and I thought, oh, you need to go. Honest to gosh, you know, like, I know possession is 9/10 of the law, but you need to get the heck out of my garage. And so then I started thinking about what different kind of paints I would use, what colours, would I even do that, because my French polish took so long to do. And yeah, so I started looking, and I can see your comments, and you know, I have to, so I will respond to all the comments afterwards. So when you paint mahogany, or when you paint, usually, like, if you paint a piece in from the 30s, 40s, where the tannins are really strong, you're going to get a lot of bleed, meaning the dyes will come out to the surface and they will protest savagely that they do not want to be painted. So this piece right here, I painted one coat, just to see. I had to do it in baby steps. Let me just see what it would look like with a little bit of paint. And it just bled through. It was Grey's Anatomy, it was Trauma Scene, it was Blue Line. And then, you know, I kind of sat and thought, oh, I just should have left alone. I should have just waited for that person to come and buy it. So I had to kind of like take a step back, and I saw a smiley face. I saw another smiley face. Stop smiling. It was not fun. I was like, so I had to prime it, you know, so it kind of like take a step back, and I had to prime it. So the primer that I used this time was, this actually is an opened can. This is the primer that Wise Owl sent me. And it comes in white, and it comes in clear. Now the clear, I am like all about that, because, and I think I spoke about it before on Facebook Live, if you need to do a primer and you want to eventually distress and bring back some of the wood, if you use a white primer, you'll always see the white, which looks nasty in my opinion. The clear primer, you get to actually see the wood. So this is, for me, it was a godsend. Now, I know a lot of people use shellac, and trust me, I love shellac. I use shellac on a lot of my pieces, typically as a finish rather than a primer. You can use shellac. Shellac, you will need to use mineral spirits, this is water-based. You just, you know, soap, water, done. So I'm gonna put that, because that was step one, was the primer. Now, I was gonna bring the color card and I forgot. But anyway, so Wise Owl brought out their spring colors, and apparently I'm new to Wise Owl, but apparently I think every season or so they bring out a few different colors. And I saw one color called Wisteria, and I actually fell in love with the name before the color, because that's just me. So Wisteria is, can you see that? It's like this beautiful, soft, pale, it's not like, is it a violet? It's just gorgeous. Now, would I want to paint a piece in that solidly? No, personally, no, I wouldn't. But boy, that mixes really well with different colors, because I used the Wisteria. I used this one, which is called Mohair, which is like a gorgeous creamy neutral. Now, if you want to mix colors and you don't want to do whites, this is a really nice neutral. It's, yeah, I'm glad I got this one. This one is Poseidon, and I'm not sure you're going to see it. Can you see that? It's like a bluey green. My favorite one that they have is Charleston green. So Charleston green is definitely greener. This is a more blue green, like peacocky. And I put them all together. So with what I do is, look, I even did, look at that. This is homework that I did. Pretty impressive, right? My God, Wise Owl, you should pay me. Marketing director. Anyway, so I never use one color by itself. I always blend. I use glazes. I like to layer. I like to put on. I like to take off. I think if you're just using the paint from the can, you're probably doing yourself a disservice, because you're not really going to get any depth from that. It's just going to be a solid color. Pieces of furniture through time and wear will age differently, so the colors will fade in some areas, darken in others, depending on what kind of elements they're exposed to. So when you blend them, it helps you kind of like get that depth to it. Oh, I do have, speaking of which, I do have a tutorial on blending and glazes. Just telling you. So, the reason why I have my notebook is because I take notes, see, so I know where I'm going to talk about. Now, when I got to here to Mohair, my pen ran out. And so, literally, I am now free living. I don't know what I'm talking about. Janet, thank you. Janet took my tutorial on blending and glazes. And Janet, can you now use glazes? Yeah, I think you can. So, I use glazes, I think, on every piece. Glazes are one of these things, one of these products that people either get or they don't, or they're intimidated by it and they just figure it's not worth it. I'm gonna just, I don't need that now because my pen ran out. So glazes, guys, if you have the chance to use a glaze, you should. You should try, play with it. What I will tell you is that glazes, they dry very quickly. So You need to be on the ball. You can't be like painting and chatting and watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You can't do that. You have to like do your piece and finish it. Now, so with this piece, I use all the three color paints, and I use them in varying degrees, and I kind of wanted to go for more like a watercolor. So with a glaze, you can do that. With a glaze, you can use it by itself. You can mix it with different colors. You can put it on, you can take it off. You can, if you put a clear glaze over the paint, it will act as a sealer. And so the colored glaze will just enhance. If you choose not to use a clear glaze, it will be absorbed into the paint, and so it will change the paint color. Now, this is one of the reasons why I love Wise Owl, because they are a small company, but when you ask them for something, they are really open to your ideas. And so I was placing an order for these, and I said, they have like 18 different colors of glazes, which is insane. It's insane. I can't imagine ever using 18, but boy, what a choice. And what they didn't have is that they didn't have a clear glaze. And so I said, what would be the chances that you could send me a clear glaze? And they're like, sure. So thank you. So they sent me a clear glaze, and I just found out now that you can now order clear glazes from them. So to me, that's kind of awesome. My gosh, you listened, and not only did you listen, that now you've brought out a new product. So yay, Wise Owl. So again, and I don't want this to be a tutorial, but I want you at least to know that when you're, do your blending with your colors, and then if you want to add that final kind of real piece of aged patina, like here, all my brown areas, all my areas that kind of are worn down or have shadow to them, I've done that with glaze. And I've either used like I said, a clear glaze over the paint, or just glaze on top, and it's beautiful. So I think that's it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask that you share this video. If you share it and you leave a comment, tell me that you shared it and where, I will do another giveaway. And this time what I want to do is do a giveaway for Wise Owl Glaze, because I think you guys need to try it. And I understand that new products are like, I don't want to pay, nah. It might not work for me, but hey, if you can try it and it's a giveaway, you may love it. Like I say, I would be lost without glazes. I really would. So if you want to, like I said, share this video. Tell me if you are seeing it in real time or if it's replay. Again, Tuesday at 4:15. What a ridiculous time. So yes, also, thank you, thank you for sharing, Teresa. If you are a Wise Owl retailer or stockist and you're on this page and you do share the video, I'm not going to put you into the giveaway because you have access to all the products. And so I want to get people who have never tried this to have a chance at winning. So stockists, retailers, I love you. You're using a great product. but I'm not going to give you stuff. So, and I say this with love, as always. Sorry, so can you show where you use clear glaze? Probably not on this live, because it's all, there's not one area, I don't think. I typically, I get a small paintbrush with, you know, different plates of, you know, I'll have my different plates of paint, I'll have my glaze, I'll have a coloured glaze, and I just randomly do it. And I mean, my finishes take me so long. It's embarrassing how long it takes me to get to this stage. I know people can paint and they do tutorials in 3 hours, and I'm in awe, because how do you do that? I can't do that. So yeah, it's, you know, and glazes are kind of trial and error. I just, do me one favor, if you try them, do not be intimidated by them. It's just product, and if you make any messes or anything, you can do a do-over. It's not life-shattering. But if you're wanting to have a piece that just kind of like takes it up that one notch, and I know, and me too, you'll have pieces and you're like, I just need something, I don't know what it is. Especially for like the, I want to say shadows, the low points. One of the things I really don't like to use is dark wax. I just think it's, I've never liked using it. It's just a nasty product for me. It doesn't give an authentic finish. I think with glazes, it's more of a watercolor finish. So I could talk about glazes all day. I'm like a head case. So yes, so share away if you have any questions, write them down. I will sit down once I finish this and posted it, and I will go through all my comments, because truthfully that is the best thing that I like to do, is just read everybody's comments, and if you say I suck, then you know, so be it. But I did want to say something. Can you see my shimmer? Can you see this? I bought a new light because I was so tired of not being able to show you the real kind of finishes on the paint. Now I'm realizing they're expecting me very shimmer. It's like a round light thing. It's very futuristic, but I told my daughter that I was like branching out to do makeup tutorials, and I was going to be calling it Paint Your Face with Diane. Seriously. So once I figure out how to put makeup on, maybe I'll show you. I know, it's like a glow. Isn't it weird? I'm not sure I like it. I'm like, But anyway, so it's this weird, funky light thing going on in my room. And the things I do, I'm like embarrassed. So yeah, so thank you all again for coming on this ridiculous time, and maybe some point I will come on an evening where everybody's relaxed and chill, but I so enjoy kind of connecting with you. I really do. And I know, again, me talking blah, 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 there's a ton of Facebook Lives going on with people who are, you know, probably more funny or more talented, or so I thank you for watching little old me, and I will hopefully come back on. I want to say next week, but my God, you know what I'm doing next week, where I think I might be painting my kitchen cabinets. So, Anne-Marie, yes, East Coast, it's night time, fun time. I miss the East Coast. we need to, thank you guys, thank you. I have to probably, at this point, I have to go and start making dinner and turn this contraption thing off. Maybe I'll just keep it on all night and I'll just sit underneath it and see if my husband can tell. Can you see me glowing? I'm glowing with love. So anyway, silly. So thank you, share, and hopefully you can win a glaze. I used a white glaze on this, but I'm not gonna restrict you. You just tell Wiesel what kind of glaze, what color you want, and then you go for it. And one of the things you have to do is, if you win the glaze or you try the glaze and you have any problems, just message me. Seriously, Facebook message me, and I will hopefully be able to help you out. So again, thank you, and I will talk to you later. Bye.